Hello, everyone. Coming up here on the Pro Wrestling Show presents the Raw Reign Report. Roman Reigns makes a rare appearance on Monday Night Raw. What's the SmackDown's Universal Champion Roman Reigns doing on Raw? And what does that mean, him standing victorious over current and new WWE Champion Big E? What's going on with that? At the Big E was supposed to have his celebration this week with his New Day brethren. We'll get to the latest on that. Also, too, Dewdrop, even Marie continue with these playing these games. As we've seen the last of this, there's just a continuing story on that. Plus the latest too that Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss before they anticipated match at Scream Rules was going to be the latest on Charlotte Flair joining Alexa's Playground. And also we got new women's tag team champions. You see right here, Nikki Ash and Rhea Ripley. What's going on with that? And also, we'll get to the latest with going on with Ric Flair, Tommy Dreamer, and a whole bunch of stuff that a lot of people are still talking about in the wrestling thing from the dark side of the ring. All this and more when the Pro Wrestling Show starts right now. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show presents the Raw Ring Report. I'm your host, as always, Kendra Dix here. Glad you can join us here on the Pro Wrestling Show. Like I said, first things first, join in the conversation using the hashtag Pro Wrestling here on Connect. And don't forget to subscribe. Subscribing is caring. Tell a friend, call a friend, hit that subscribe button so you won't miss a thing here on the Pro Wrestling Show. So we get into the Raw Ring Report. A lot to get to. Let's get started. What's going down with Monday Night Raw? We kick off Raw with the celebration of the New Day, celebrating the title victory of Big E, who won the WWE Championship from Bobby Lashley out of nowhere when Big E said he was cashing in on Raw against whoever was going to be the WWE Champion, whether it was going to be Randy Orton or Bobby Lashley. Remember infamous um that infamous thing from last week right here. Big E had said he was going to cash it in, and Big E delivered on his promise after he cashed it in on Bobby Lashley and got the 1, 2, 3. Big E became the new WWE champion out of nowhere in a glorious shocker right here. Big E winning the title, the biggest week in Big E's life, celebrating with his New Day brethren, as you see right here. Big E doing the thing and embracing it. Well, we get fast forward a week later, Big E standing in the ring with his brethren as the new WWE champion. Well, we know that it was going to be a six-man tag team match, anticipate the New Day versus the Bloodline. As you see right here, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods trying to hype up Big E after winning his title win. Well, Roman Reigns and the Bloodline featuring the Usos, Roman Reigns and the Usos carrying the gold. Reigns, the Universal Champion, the Usos, the Tag Team SmackDown Tag Team Champions, made a rare appearance on Monday Night Raw to confront the New Day, which, if you ask me, this could have been a Survivor Series match. But we got Survivor Series a little bit earlier than expected. Where it was going to be a six-man tag team match. Roman showing the go, staring down at Big E, who has the WWE title go. But we kick things off for the six-man tag. As you see right here, Jimmy Uso taking down Kofi. You see Paul Heyman watching endlessly at the announce position. You see right Kofi doing a crossbody to Jay. Roman Reigns dominating, taking down Kofi Kingston. He left him on the laps table. Then Jimmy did the same thing to Kofi. to Xavier to Kofi. Then Roman getting kicked by Xavier Woods, which I didn't see that coming. Then Bobby Lashley out of nowhere came out of nowhere to stop the match ambush because he wanted revenge. He took out Kofi Kingston, ran him to the post. Then Bobby Lashley took his attention to the Universal Champion Roman Reigns and laid him out. Like, what's going on? Bobby Lashley wants some revenge, wants some retribution of what had happened to him last week. I can't only respect that. Also, too, we'll get to what was going on with Roman, Biggie, and Lashley later. Also, too, E. Marie and Doudrop went again one-on-one. How many times? This is going to be the fourth time. E. Marie stalling. E. Marie trying to fight back on Doudrop. Doudrop grabbed E. Marie. Doudrop did the same thing and left Eva Marie laying and won again. I mean, Eva Marie needs to know that you need to try to get some backup. If you can't fight Doudrop on your own, get some backup. And I thought that was what they were going to do, but they never did. Also, too, a WrestleMania rematch between these rivals. AJ Styles goes one-on-one against Randy Orton. You see AJ trying to toss Randy Orton outside. Randy Orton delivers the RKO and got the 1-2-3. So I don't know. There's a feud between AJ Styles and Randy Orton. What they're going to do coming forward with that. Also, too, former women's tag team champions, Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler, airs their discretion this week on Raw after they've been doing signaling missed signals like passive aggressiveness towards each other. They brought in the ring, as you see Shayna trying to keep Nia's head out. Then Shayna used the Kimura that lock and made Nia tap. Next thing you know, Shayna Baszler decides to break Nia Jax's arm and all those places and ligaments. Shayna Baszler kind of looked like she was reluctant, but she did it anyway. So I don't know what's going on with that friendship, what's going on with Shayna Baszler going forward to that. Plus, new parent, the Garza family decided, Herberto Carrillo and Angel Garza decided to team up to go against Ali and Mansoor. You see Garza drop kicking Ali. Then you see Garza trying to take Ali down. And then you see Garza trying to use that drop kick onto Garza and got the 1-2-3. So look for Garza and Herberto Carrillo. I guess Garza giving Carrillo that mean streak, being losing all the time and smiling, got to show some aggressiveness. And I think that's what's going on for him with his cousin Garza. Look for them being a formidable tag team down the road. Also, too, the women's tag team championship was on the line as Tamina and Natalya defend the tag team titles against Nikki Ash and Rhea Ripley. Nikki Ash and Rhea Ripley. You see right here, Tamina tries to super kick Nikki Ash head off, but Rhea Ripley and Nikki Ash managed to win and win the women's tag team championship. If you ask me, this has been the fastest year for both women. Both women won the Raw Women's Championship, Rhea at WrestleMania, and Nikki the day after Money in the Bank. And now they're both tag team champions, and it's all paying off for Rhea Ripley and Nikki Ash. Plus, on the women's division side, champion Charlotte Flair went into the visit Alexa's playground and bash Alexa about, everything about she want the Alexa Bliss of old. She want the Alexa Bliss that was running Raw, that was on different shows when she was aware of her. She don't want this Alexa Bliss because she's playing with dogs. She want Alexa Bliss who's winning titles. Well, Alexa Bliss continue on playing her antics, saying this is the real her. And next thing you know, Charlotte saying whatever, and Charlotte tries to attack Alexa. Alexa went down and attacked Charlotte and gave her a DDT in the ring. Now, interesting enough that a lot of people saying about 1,500 fans left after this segment. Wow, what's going on with WWE on that? Also, too, Jeff Hardy went one-on-one against Sheamus for a contendership match. Jeff Hardy taking to Sheamus, former rivals. You remember Jeff Hardy and Sheamus had that infamous brawl pub match on SmackDown a year ago. And now fast forward, they battling for the United States Championship. A lot of people are feeling sorry for Jeff Hardy after they felt he was in a spot for the 24/7 title, like he deserved better. And he is in a world championship of U.S. title match. Damian Priest watched on anxiously to see who he was going to face. Sheamus trying to give Jeff Hardy all he can handle, even the brogue kick and stuff. Jeff Hardy even tried to combat it with the twist of faith. Jeff Hardy combated it. Next thing you know, Sheamus trying to push Damian Priest, the U.S. champion, trying to advertise him. Damian Priest tried to get back at him, and now we know that it's going to be a triple threat match at Extreme Rules between Jeff Hardy, Sheamus, and champion Damian Priest. Speaking of that, speaking of triple threat matches, we had our first time ever triple threat match. Former WWE champion Bobby Lashley goes one-on-one against the Universal Champion Roman Reigns and the WWE Champion Big E. In a match that many people didn't see. And you see Big E trying to do the splash on both Reigns and Lashley. And he connected. Big E was trying to take Reigns off of the post. Man, that's some high athleticism right there. I know they had to be hurting with pain and suffering. Lashley even used a devastating spear on Roman, trying to take Roman out. But at the end, Roman Reigns used his spear to take out Big E, taking him down a peg or two. Roman Reigns coming on Raw to dominate. I don't know if this a test run or what. If they trying to test the waters to see Roman Reigns fit better on Raw. Only time will tell, but we'll have to wait and see. But it was a good match. So that ends your Raw Ring report. Let's move forward. Let's move over to Wrestling Hot Topics. On Wrestling Hot Topics this week, man, we're still reeling on the effects that Nature Boy Ric Flair still reeling on what's going on with him. You know, Ric Flair, a legend in the business, but he's still suffering the effects of it after he got pulled from Car Shield. His commercials got suspended for now. Ric Flair even issued an apology that he did that 20 for 20 interview, that it was a no holds bar interview that you can ask any questions. And Ric Flair talked about his finances, his divorces, his anything you want to talk sexual stuff. And now Ric Flair cutting the brunt of it. We just don't know what's going forward with Ric Flair, but we do know for Tommy Dreamer. Tommy Dreamer was a contributor to the Dark Side Ring. I bet you he ain't gonna do that no more. He made him look bad. Dreamer got suspended by his Sirius podcast show, Busted Open. He got suspended by Impact. So Tommy Dreamer trying to, sit down, reflect the actions he said, because a lot of people saying he didn't feel no sorrow or no sorry for the victim of the Dark Side of the Ring, where she had to endure and stuff, because the victim saying that her marriage was in jeopardy because her husband even questioned, like, what did you do to intensify the situation? So a lot going on with that. So Ric Flair and Tommy Dreamer come the brunt of that. Also, too, Brian Danielson, like he like to call himself, he issued a pin letter before his match tomorrow night. He said that he is grateful for WWE. He's grateful for Vince McMahon. He's grateful for all the WWE teams, the division teams. He's looking forward to get back in the ring and wrestle the way he wants to wrestle and call his own shots. And he did on the Players Tribute. Nice article, nice read for him to do. So Daniel Bryan is back in the saddle for now. So I think that's all it for this week. And then Owen Hart. Many of you may not know who Owen Hart is. Owen Hart was a legendary wrestler from the WWE, and he died from unfortunate situation that many people didn't, when he fell off the feet of his death. Now AEW is going to honor his legacy with the Owen Cup. You see Chris Jericho saying that proud that Owen Hart is all elite. I mean, Owen Hart, don't I get it? I get his wife is, some has involved in the foundation. So the Owen Cup will come in the tournament as well as merchandise and stuff like that. So Owen Hart, like Chris Jericho, like I say, he's all elite, even in death. So Owen Hart with the Owen Cup, the foundation for Owen Hart, partnering with AEW to create the Owen Cup. I guess they saw what they did with Bro Lee, and everyone saw that Bro Lee tribute. CM Punk, Daniel Bryan, they all wanted to come along and ride. So it's understandable and stuff. All right, that's going to end Hot Topic. This is going to end our show for the Pro Wrestling Show this week. We'll be back for the NXT. We can get a video for that and AEW Dynamite. But this week, no SmackDown Ring Report. We'll have the predict the outcome for Screen Rules. So you get you the latest on what's going on with Screen Rules. So for me being Kendrick Dick saying so long, we'll see you down the road. Pro Wrestling.